everybody, sorry that I'm late posting this week. Frankly, we've had a bloody awful weekend, and I can honestly say I had no idea what a state the NHS has got itself into. I think the last time that I was at the A&E department was about 10 years ago, when Charlie, that's my husband, was erecting a treehouse for the girls, and he fell and broke his collarbone. And I think we were seen, x-rayed, treated, everything within about an hour. We were certainly home within an hour and a half. Now on Sunday, Jenny managed to quite badly damage her foot. She tripped over a branch. She was trying to hold back Tilly, who was savaging a lamb or something like that. And at first we did think Jenny was making a fuss and that her foot would clear up quite quickly. But then it did become apparent that she had quite badly damaged it. And so yesterday morning, Monday, I took her to the A&E department at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And you would really think that at that time it would have been very quiet. I can honestly say I don't think I've seen that many people queuing in one place before. I mean, I can't imagine what on earth they've been doing over the weekend. It was dreadful. We didn't see a triage nurse until at least an hour after we had arrived. And I didn't have any books, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any food. I was totally unprepared because I assumed that we would be out and back at school within about an hour and a half. In fact, it was 4 hours until we were even sent down to X-ray. When we arrived at X-ray, I was astonished, is the only word I can use, to see the number of people lying around on trolleys simply abandoned in the corridor. I've never seen anything like it. In fact, and I'm going to say this quietly because I've still got Jenny in the next room, I think that possibly somebody even passed away on one of the trolleys whilst we were there. It was shambolic. It was like some third world country. And then one of the nurses came out and she said something like, I'm sure you've been reading the newspapers and you're aware that the NHS is struggling. And quite frankly, we can't cope. If you don't think you need to be here, if you think that you could see your GP rather than an A&E consultant, can I suggest that you do get up and you do go home and make an appointment to see your GP, because you will be waiting here a very long time. And at that point, about 7 people got up and left, which just shows how much people are wasting our public money and public services. I'm very disappointed. Jenny is going to miss the inter-schools lacrosse tournament. Obviously, I know I can't blame the NHS for that, but it's still very disappointing. So, as a result of this weekend, we have decided as a family to take radical action on the NHS, and that is something I never thought I would hear myself say. So we are going to go privately. We've been looking into it this morning and we have decided to take out some sort of family package, which my father is going to pay for. Yes, it's with Puba, some organisation like that. Yes, so we've sorted it out and my father's going to pay because we do feel that as he is now in his 90s, he's probably going to be the one who's most likely going to be benefiting from private treatment, sort of in the short term, sort of statistically speaking, if you know what I mean. I won't say any more than that. And I do think that David Cameron is absolutely right. The NHS is a disgrace. It is running itself into the ground and it really should be disbanded. So I think he's absolutely right to be pursuing that course, whatever anybody says. And I would recommend to anybody who's watching this vlog that you too take radical action on the NHS, just like us, and do find some organisation like Puba and go privately, because I would not want to see any of you expose your children to the sort of appalling sights that we saw this weekend. I don't think I've got anything else to say on the matter. I am quite exhausted by what's happened. I will speak to you all next week. Thank you for listening.